10:24 p.m. Sunday, June 4th, 2017. And we have a boom outside. Firecracker. Kind of funny. Kind of fitting. For those people that have been following me for a real long time, it was a whole lot of years ago. I can't even remember. 2013. Part of me built a dimension inside my head. The way to access it was for me to go through my head. In my earlier videos, you could see me grab something, a sphere, take it and literally put it in my head. Well, that's real. It was happening. I was freezing stuff and putting it in my head to save it. There's some DNA. I need to talk about the DNA stuff too. Let me go ahead and say that first before I bring out this other stuff. Okay, it's important to say this right now. Archangel Michael is back out. Okay, now as far as the DNA stuff, those people that got the DNA consults done, let's continue sending in the emails, but I need you to do something for me. Some of you, a lot of you, are writing emails that are this long and it's solid. It's just solid. There's no stopping, breaking it up. I don't have the time to try and take that, what you're sending me, and turn it into a readable, structured set of paragraphs. Okay? I need you to take that. If that's how you need to write it, then write it like that. But then before you send it to me, you need to break down, 4 or 5 sentences at the most. You break it into a paragraph. I can't do anything with that. And I'm sure as hell not going to give it to the scientists like that, okay, for them to look at it. And for those that aren't, that don't want that information going there, but when you send it to me, I can't read it like that. And I can't take the time to go through what you write and break it off into where it's readable, where it's easily digested. I don't have the time. So I need you to go ahead and send it to me, like I said, 3, 4, 5 sentences at the most, and then make a new paragraph. Skip a line, drop a line down, have a line space in between, so I can catch the thoughts. And if you want to say something that's personal, other than hey, what's happening, send the email. If there's something you're going to say that's somewhat personal, and some of you have done that already, don't put it in the email that you're sending me. That's it, describing the symptoms and everything. Okay, I'm not sending that off to the scientists. So this is professional. This is very professional. So let's take care of that appropriately. And again, no more emails that are just, you don't even break to take a breath. I can't even. I look at that and I just say, hell no. The ones that got sent already, Deanna's taking them and fixing them so I can read them. She doesn't have time. She doesn't have time either. Any more that come in, I'm just sending them back to you. So I'm not trying to be rude. Just, hey, I can't do that. And yeah, that and anything personal goes in a separate email. Just write 2 emails, no problem. Anyway, so this other thing, I saw part of myself inside my head building a dimension, and it had an energy field in the middle of it, and I'd be putting stuff in there. Started happening in 2013, I believe. No later. Well, everything that came, stuff was coming to me to be stored in there. I've said a few times. Archangel Michael came up to me, stood in front of me, and I'm like, oh crap. And that's right when I started having to deal with getting rid of the angels. And he came right up to me, right in my face, and I'm like, man, you are my brother. Another protector. What, don't tell me, man, we're going to have an issue. And then he just looked at me kind of funny, like, come on, it's time to store me, to put me to sleep and store me in your head. He and I had made plans about it. I didn't remember. It's like, people, no matter who you are, what you are, you're in a body having a life. We can't hardly do anything. And it's part of my, like I said, it's part of my energy inside my body. It just said, look, it's time to, be doing your job. And I'm like, hey, hello, body thing here. What are you talking about? I've been doing my job. I can't talk with it. It's me. It's just a knowing back and forth. So I know all I got is time to set them free. And I'm like, so anyway, they're free. Archangel Michael came out, looked around, and he's just kind of, his energy's floating everywhere, looking at everything, and he just looked at me. There's one word in his head: Holocaust. Angels don't talk. Okay, if they're in a body, they'll talk to you. If they're out of body, I can still communicate with them. But it's not like talking with a spirit guide or something. That's just not how they operate. That's not who they are or what they are. Angels are incredibly misunderstood. They make bodies all the time. I've seen them in Waffle Houses and Starbucks, and they'll have a hot coffee. Then they'll have a large cold glass of ice water, and then usually, not always, but lots of times they'll have a cigarette. For those few moments when they're in a body, they want to experience everything. Then if they want to show themselves, when they look at you, their eyes will just glow like that and go back. You won't see them eating, because they make a physical body and drop it. And when they have solid food in them, it's, something else they have to deal with. So they don't eat. You can offer to buy them a meal, they won't eat. So anyway, it was important I got that out there. I didn't know if that was going to happen, before this body, dropped dead, or after. But makes sense before. I've had everything working on my head hard. It's like to release. I'm like, what? To make it easy to release myself when I leave the body? That's all I could figure out. And any friends, the few that are close to me that can see this stuff. But like I said, I didn't know. That was to make that easier, to let it all go. Which is nice. I don't have that pressure on my head. Anyway, there's a lot of people that needed to know that. And there it is. So anyway, folks, keep the emails coming for the DNA crank up folks, the DNA ICUC folk. Keep those emails coming in when something happens. If nothing happens in a week, let me know. I'd like you to do it for the first 30 days if you can. If not, that's fine. Let's not forget, let's eat right. Okay, eat good food. Take some good vitamins. Source of Life by Nature's Plus is an excellent one. Excuse me. Also, N-acetyltyrosine. This stuff right here. Can you even see that? I don't know. And acetyltyrosine and lecithin. And get some sleep. Well, folks, that's it. There's a lot of people that listen to me. You listen for a reason. It's important for you to know that these other folks, there's tons of souls and essence and angels and stuff that I've frozen. Protect them. They're loose. They're free. They're out. They're running around. And I'm really glad about Archangel Michael. He and I are very close. He is my brother, so to speak. Anyway, that's done. Folks, love you, man. Hope you have a good night. I'm tired. I gotta go. Take care. Morning, folks. It's now 6:31 a.m. Monday, June 5th, 2017. Get that thing aimed towards you there somehow. One, the self. 3, of and for, about other people. 6, the sum of metaphysical abilities. That's actually why I'm going to tell you what I'm telling you now. This is following the previous video to explain what just happened and to further clarify what I was excuse me, trying to say about the DNA research information that we've been putting together, so you can understand it, what I was trying to say better. Sometimes it's hard enough for me to have a fluid thought process in my head that's uninterrupted, let alone explain it to you better. Excuse the sniffles, I'm tired. First off, espresso cheers. Two shots of espresso. Did another 8 here. Excuse me, with some choba tea. Anyway, okay, on the DNA stuff, folks, as I had said earlier, when you send me the emails, write them any way you want, but before you send them to me, don't have one big block of non-stop writing, because I can't read that, okay? If you go into a legal group, whatever, people, sorry, that's not comprehensive writing whatsoever. You can't expect me to read that thing and then actually be able to read it. I can't go non-stop. It has to be broken up in thought process. That's why they have paragraphs and stuff like that in books. So write it whatever way you want, but then go back and space it. It's easier just to space it as you do it. Paragraph have 4 or 5 sentences in it, depending on how long they are. Maybe only 3 to 5 sentences is as long as any paragraph needs to be. That helps people take the thought process, break it up, and look at it. I can't give it, those of you that are sending your information forward to the scientists, I can't give it to them like that. And before anything happens with anything that comes out that I hand out, I have to understand it, look at it, know it. Excuse me. So even if it's just between you and us, or if it's to be forwarded to these scientists in Spain, then I need to, be able to deal with it. And also anything, like I said, anything that's personal, don't put it in that. If you need to write a second email, just if you want to say something personal, put it in the second email. All we want for them is the facts. Okay. And for my data storage that I just keep to look at things and understand what's going on, that's also how I need to have it done. I separate that. I don't want to keep personal information. Personal information is just anything happening, that's anything involved in your personal life that doesn't have to do with data. That's considered personal. You all know I'm not a matchmaker or something like that. Yeah, sorry. Anyway, all right, that's enough about that. Also, some of you that I've talked to, and I was going to put up your the videos. My energy's just, I have to do something about Skype. It won't work with Skype. The way they put out their format and everything else, my energy literally just, it won't work there. When I'm building up energy, there's so much of it coming out of me now that it's all coming out garbled. It hesitates, jerks back and forth, there's all kinds of stuff. And I do know enough about editing and stuff where I can take out a small little issue or something, but and barely that. But no, I can't do that. You can't, because the data itself is corrupted. And no, there's no, I can talk to someone and we can have a conversation and it's fine as long as we have good connection, but as far as actually doing energy work, no, I have to have a system that's more stable. So anyway, I'm going to be contacting y'all, and Canal, I need to hook up with you on that too, because like I said, you're going to be doing some very important work, and you need to have this information available to those people and parents, families you're going to help. That does not belittle the importance of the rest of you. Excuse me. Okay. Now, getting into what happened last night, I've had energy, parts of myself, smaller parts of myself, actually grabbing at me, working on my head, and I'm like, what the hell's going on? I'm seeing them work on it, and I'm seeing them going like this, working on the energy, and it's about releasing energy. Well, I'm like, what are you doing? And the most intelligent, strongest part of you is what's in you, inside your body, locked up, can't get out. Okay, the rest of you that's outside, it's you, but it's not the intelligent big part of you. It's like your foot trying to have a conversation with you. It doesn't work too good. Okay, that's the way it is with me. That's the way it is with anyone. Excuse me. The sooner we realize, no matter what you can do, even the stuff that I'm doing, that no one else has ever been able to done, I'm telling you, I'm no better than nothing else. I'm not trying to seem humble and everything. I think it's obvious I'm not humble. I am what I am. If you're a cart that's made to haul heavy vegetables, you're a cart that's made to haul heavy vegetables. Don't bother putting me in a race with a Ferrari. But the thing is, no, there's never been such thing as a God or something. Everyone's setting these standards that are just unreal. Excuse me, unreal for two reasons. Number one, it never did exist. Number two is a blatant lie that, can easily be broken down into the simple fact that if something really was worth praise, who wouldn't want it nor allow it? So that's enough right there. Those two things, that's enough right there to help you understand the bullshit of these religions and everything. Anyway, I tell you all this stuff because I mean it, because it's real, because it's true. It's simple. It's as simple as an old man in overalls. That's not why I wear overalls. I've wore overalls for many, many, many years. Like I said, walking around the house, working on the house, building the shop in the back, working on cars, building race cars. Okay? Not just production work, computer systems, fuel injection, turbocharging. I've been doing that since I was a kid. They're handy. Put stones in my pockets. So anyway, but that's also, when I got into, I used to be a telephone engineer when I was a kid, 23 years old. The company I worked for used to fly me around the country, designing telephone plant when they needed someone to come and do the job quick, knock it out. I'm no dummy, but the stronger I've gotten, the less able I was to do anything like that. It's gotten to the point now when I sign the DVDs, I can't hardly write my name. Anyway, so all that being said, excuse the sniffling. It's hot in Georgia, and I'm burning up right now anyway. But what had happened was, years ago, 2013 I believe it was, if you can see some of my own videos, sometimes you'd see me actually grab something like this, compress it, and then I'd put it to sleep. I'd put it to sleep, clean it, freeze it, put my own energy barrier around it, and then take it and go like this and actually go to my forehead. I wasn't trying to get attention. I wasn't trying to say, wow, look what I'm doing. No, I was trying to shove the crap in there. And it wasn't crap, it was people. I told you about Archangel Michael. I was killing all these angels and everything else after getting rid of the original first being male and female, because they wouldn't stop abusing everything. So when the videos came out, oh, Jay kills God. There was no God ever. There was the original first being. What's inside me is a protector. There's only about 300 people that can really understand and feel exactly what I'm talking about. But there's a couple thousand that actually can understand what I'm saying. Folks, this just started. This just started. And there was a war going on the whole time it was. It was me versus them. So I've had people that have found out about me, and I've helped them to a point where they say, whatever's going on, everything he talks about, I need time to understand it. It makes sense. It sits good with me. But this guy, he can do stuff. This is insane. Your government agencies knew about it. Like when the FBI and Homeland Security knocked on my front door together. You think they came to split a pizza and some beer? No. I can't do everything that some people might think. The reason why I just brought that up is this one person, I helped her. She had screws coming out of her knee, and I told her, you know, I'm going to heal it, you know, what I can, but you need to go to a doctor to get this fixed. I'm going to make you feel better. I'm going to work on the tissue. I'm going to help it. I'm going to shrink the inflammation. But I can't actually heal it. I can't use my energy to take the screws and put them back in you. You need to get fixed, and you need to take care of it until I do that. So I took care of it, and she said, holy crap, I feel great. And then she starts jumping up and down, and I said, stop. Why don't you listen to me? Stop. Nobody can just heal this. I don't care who you are. And Almighty God won't heal it. If there was an Almighty God, why the hell is there torture? Why the hell is there war? Why are there mosquitoes, malaria, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera? Religions are all fucked up. But anyway, makes it easier to talk about them, about their fallacies, and that's all they are, is a complete lie. Complete lie. Anyway, so when I was putting stuff in there, folks, that's real. When Archangel Michael came, Archangel Michael is like me, what I am inside. This body is a body. It's a car I'm driving. I'm rolling the window down. I'm talking to you as who I really am. Okay? The other part of the spirit that was inside me, okay, that came from the earth a long time ago, she's gone. She came from Gaia, is what I'm trying to say. Anyway, I've talked enough about that in other videos, but nobody can remove that from you. The only thing that can do that is me, period. Okay? That's the only one that can pull the earth and that spirit out of you is me. That sounds arrogant. You know, whatever. People don't like it, go frack yourselves, man. I don't give a shit. I came here for a reason, to do a job, and I've done it to the best of my abilities, and later on, 100 years from now, more people understand I did a decent job. But when you go home and you're yourself again, when you leave that body, that Chevy or BMW, whatever you're driving, then you'll understand. The important thing is that everything that's in a body having a life have this information and understand, and then it's important for them to be able to see the other dimensions. So even though they're in school, in college, extended years of schooling, even though they're, you know, they're wrapped up here, they can still see what's around them. If you're in school studying and you're aware of everything that's around you, are you going to be more calm, relaxed, and do better? Yes. Are you going to learn more? Yes. Are you going to understand more? Yes. Understanding is fulfilled learning. That's why the hell I'm here. I had to learn just like everyone else, and that's a good example. I've proven I can do things no one else can. Period. The scientists, I mean, the courtrooms everywhere. There's no whoopee-doo, Jay. I'm no better than nothing. I'm no better than a stick in mud. I don't want to be. If you can't understand that all creation is equal, then you're missing the most important part of everything. So anyway, I got, there's this place, this dimension that was built in my head. It was my energy doing it. So I took the, I was taking stuff that was attacking me, and I would first take it and build like a vault. It's like a sphere, and put it, but it's weird shape. And I'd take stuff, put it in it, no door, nothing, and set it aside. And then my brother Armelius, he's one of the huge parts of clean, source spirit from the beginning. Excuse me. You want to know about him? He's in the creation book 1. Jay, go to the website thespiritualfoundation.com and just go look at the books over there. It's book 1. It's book 1. It's kind of golden in color. You can't see it, but that's book 1. Book 2's over there. Book 1 is creation, its beginning and your origin, and then book 2 is creation, its journey evolving into paradise. And book 3 won't be out for a couple of years. I'll be gone, and I've just already started it and put out the information for it. Excuse me. Anyway, Armelius is really cool. There's pieces of him stored inside me. But I would take what I could, freeze it, and put it in, you know, I'd put it into this like a vault, and then leave it alone. When I go to sleep and I'm not conscious anymore, he'd come up and let everyone out. The original first being male and female and everything else. And that didn't work. I kept getting attacked, and then I found out I could actually kill stuff. Then I got tired of being attacked. You get it, somebody smacks you 100 times, what are you going to do? You're going to literally put that thing down so hard that if it ever tries to attack you again, that if it ever sees your face again, it's going to cringe. Well, after 100 times, actually, nah, it's time for it to die. You don't ever want it to get up and do it again, because it's already proven beyond a shadow of a doubt it won't stop. They were trying to beat me up so that I'd talk about the great Mother, Father, God. Well, that wasn't happening. So Anyway, I found out I could start killing stuff, and it hurt like hell to do it. I didn't have the power level. I had, what happened last night, something around 10 o'clock, I opened up and, you know, I had everything coming at me trying to pull stuff out. Now, a part of me, like my foot, so to speak, was talking to me saying, you have a job, you have a responsibility, take care of it. And I'm like, you think I'm not? It's like, you know, what the hell's up with you, dude? And that's just part of myself, like talking to your foot. And then it didn't say anything, and I'm like, what? I'm so tired of this fracking crap. It's like you expect me to know something. Can't you remember I'm in a fracking body? You want to talk about frustration, folks? Yeah, I think I understand it. I was just like, damn, I'm so tired of this. I want out of this damn body so I can be me again. If I could talk to myself as my true self out of my body, I'd have an intelligent conversation. But with these other parts of me, that, sorry, the smartest, strongest part of you, like I've said many times, is inside your body. That's what has to be in there locked up. Otherwise, you have someone incredibly intelligent dragging a foot around in a body. No, the most intelligent part of you has to be inside the body. It's also the strongest part of you. So, anyway, so I finally figured out what was going on. I tell you, when you're in these bodies, folks, it dumbs you up. They were made like that on purpose by the original first being male and female, so that you couldn't understand that they were beating the crap out of you while you were in a body. It was done to you by your God. There you go. There's your damn God. It's dead, both parts, male and female. I'm a little pissed for what I've gone through this life, but what fuels that is the fact that it's been going on since the first life ever had, and they never would listen to me. And now they're dead. Best thing I ever did. I understand why things happen the way they did, but when you explain to someone why something is wrong and why something they're doing is wrong and how it's hurting others and they keep doing it, frack them. They need to go. It's enough of this abuse shit. It's been around forever, since the first life. Hello. I wasn't just in there, it was my life with my better half. Excuse me. Anyway. So, I had a lot of stuff stored in there. It's like Archangel Michael when he came up to me and he just stood in front of me. Again, he expected me to know. They forget sometimes that we're in a body and we can't see and function. The original first being male and female literally ran everything. So they wouldn't know. Everyone thinks everything had a body. Oh, it's all like God. No, there's no such thing as God. There never was. There was beings. It was under extreme control by the original first being male and female. There's never been a devil. You didn't need one. You had your first, what you call God, the original first being. Through loneliness and too much too strong a percentage of lower frequencies, 27.5%, or what we call negativity. There's your problem. So anyway, excuse me, loneliness is rough. So I opened up and I pulled out everything that could come back out. Folks, I had families of Essex coming up to me. They've been around forever. It was the male and female counterpart and some of the small parts of themselves that they released. I grab all of them, clean them, take care of them very softly, relax them, give them some compassion, put them in like a capsule. That's my own energy, freeze it hard, and I'd go like this, put it in my head. I used to have to do that. Well, I quit doing it. The stronger I got, the more able I was. Right now, I just look at it, clean it, and put it in my head without doing much of anything. If I'm being attacked real hard and messed with, then I sometimes have to use my hands. It's just focusing. When stuff bothers me now, to take it and then deal with it and put it in my head, I just go like this, or like this, and it's done. Everything's all done in one shot. The hard part's been doing this and dealing with other stuff messing with me at the same time. A lot of people, I would expect, when they start hearing this and listening more to me, they would think that's insane. If they ever talk to some of the people who were being attacked and I killed stuff right there in front of them, spirit, they're like, holy crap. Then they understood that I was something different, that I was really strong, and I was here to help. Anyway, so having let that stuff out, that was about 10 o'clock, and then it was about, I don't know, I never looked at a clock. It might have been 12 or something. Deanna came in the room and told me that she had been attacked and everything, and I was in the middle of being attacked. I kind of, the way she was talking, I couldn't understand, and I got a little snappy. It's like, what the hell? And sure enough, had something that was pissed about what had happened. Somebody that I'd taken and cleaned and then put on my head. When they came out, they were real pissed about what I'd done. And started attacking the crap out of me and her. And so they're dead now. They don't exist. It is possible to delete energy, to destroy it, okay? So, not when you're in a body. When I'm in a body, yes. It only on the other side. Can I go up to a live wire and delete the energy in it? No. Nothing in body can produce what's necessary to do that in the physical world. On the other side, yes. I can go in your brain and manipulate it, and your head, your physical brains have grown. Your DNA's, changing. We've proven that. We're proving that in the process of it right now. We've already proven I can go in your brain from anywhere around the world. And your proof of the DNA will come out, I expect, after just a bit after I'm gone. This body drops and I get the hell out of here. Which is the way I want it. I don't need popularity. I need to leave the information. I need to do my job and get out of here. How many janitors do you see wait for applause before they leave the building to go home? Should be none. This isn't about me. I keep saying that. It's because it's true and it's important for you to understand that. So anyway, then there's other stuff in there that was locked up, and I just deleted that. Some of the big stuff that I'd saved. There's still a little bit of teeny pieces of soft pieces of the main body of Lilith and Arae, not Ara, Arae. Every single bit of Arae and Lydia taken out, deleted. Any little pieces I find once I'm out of here, I'll delete it too. It's enough of that crap. Arae was not a bad person, spirit. He just didn't know better. He was trying to do the right thing out of hope. It's the saddest thing in the world is when I had to beat up on him. Kind of crap hurts. All this stuff, the way creation has been abused and used, the animals, plants and everything. The one time I was meditating down the Chattahoochee River, I've talked about this, and I was walking away and just going up the steps, leaving the river, and all of a sudden from behind me I hear, Father, when are we leaving? When are we going home? And I just turned around. It was the whole bank on the other side of the river, which is a pretty wide river. And I'm looking at the trees. I'm like, I just sent him, my love. And I said, I'm sorry, I don't know yet. I don't understand yet. And I'm telling you, when you're in a body, you can only do so much. That's good. When you're in a body, you're being abused, beat up. But these bodies are made not to flow energy, but the ones that people have gone into, your energy is flowing strong now. Instead of going through a garden hose, it's going through a fire hydrant. Excuse me. When you get cranked up, when any of the family members, source family members that can do this, whenever they crank you up, your DNA changes, gets bigger, stronger, and it does change to help you, to enhance you beyond that. But this DNA change that I just recently did, that's a whole different ballgame. That changes most of your DNA markers. So, I guess about 3/4 of them. It's whatever. That'll come out in proof pretty soon with some very highly held and understood scientists. They're individually pieces of equipment, cost millions of dollars. These folks are the pros, and they're private. They're not run by governmental, grants. We're going to give you this money, and we're trying to prove this. Oh, okay, I'll take the money. Nah, these are funded by different companies, large companies. Anyway, and he himself, is the head scientist, has been cranked up. He could feel it. He was like, what the hell? He goes, how are you doing this to me? I said, I just am. And this is all for y'all. It ain't for me. I can't wait to get the hell out of here. I like my privacy. Right now I need it. Anyway, so having let loose this other stuff, some of you have gone into, you might get a visit by something stupid. If you do, talk to it. If it's an issue, just relax, open up, extend yourself out into the field and say, get this damn thing off me. So sending me emails ain't going to work. I'm not going to read them. You don't need to. The field is part of me outside of the body that can deal with that stuff right away. Just ask for it and it'll take care of it. And if it doesn't go away, you're being worked on, being helped, so relax. Most of y'all know that, but hey, this stuff is brand new to us. This life is brand new to everything anywhere. This has never happened in creation's history. It's about time. So, excuse me. Once you wake up and you understand how screwed up creation is, you can blame me. It was my job to protect it and I haven't been able to. That's why I'll never be in a body again. I got a job to do, and it entails not never being in a body, and that's, I'm really good with that. 10.846 trillion lives, way more than anyone else. Done. But these physical bodies are abusive. They need to go. The new energy bodies coming are really cool. You can make something solid and then you release it. You won't be eating solid foods anymore. Just pull energy out of a fallen apple, a thimble of honey. That's enough energy for you to live on for a month or more. So there'll be physical planets, physical trees. That part of botany. So everything can thrive and nourish instead of attack itself. The attacking was to abuse everything enough to make the spirit grow bigger when it comes out of the body, so there could be more and more, and the original first being that has put itself in a male and female would never be lonely again. And once they were told they needed to stop and explain why, they didn't care. Then they were told to. They didn't care. They said, screw you. They got it one more time this life, I told her and him. They didn't care. They're dead. So, whatever. When you all get home, you'll understand this for yourself. But I have to leave a record of what I did here, no matter what people say, because, you know, I care about you. I don't care what people say, though. It doesn't affect me. I'm not here for myself. So it doesn't matter. I know what I am. I understand what's happening. I'm making the proper decisions. That's why I've told you, the more you wake up and become aware of what's going on, who you are, and what's happening around you, the better decisions you make, the easier your life is. It takes a lot of the anxiety out of your life, like almost most all of it. My life is frustrating as hell. Especially as now, for me, when I woke up and I knew my format was to serve and protect, and I've done a real shitty job of it. I haven't been able to, but now I can. That's why I'll never be back. And within 2,000 years, these bodies, physical bodies, will be all but gone. 10% of what exists throughout all creation of the physical bodies, 10% will be left. Anyway. So some of you might be getting a visit from something. Oh, the first thing that happened after that is Dan and I were trying to watch some TV. I was really tired, and you know, I'm not in good health. I'm doing a lot, and poor Deanna, she's been getting work done real hard too. Deanna's staying here with me. This house, everything is hers. That's not why she's doing it. That's me doing it for her. It's necessary, but I want to anyway. But she's got to be here when she finds me dead. Folks, that sucks. We're very close. I have a genuine love for everyone and everything. If something's made to protect, that's what happens. So when you protect and you care about protecting properly, you have care, compassion. You care for things. It's another reason I like to call myself a caretaker. It's like a combination of that and a janitor. Anyway, I didn't know how that was going to happen, releasing them. I figured it probably just happened when I was out of body, but it was more important it happened now. That's why this other stuff was digging at me about release, and I'm like, okay, you really? I said, what are you doing? And I just could see, I knew that they were trying to release something. Well, they were trying to open up that barrier. Nothing can. That's mine. So now they're all free, and Archangel Michael's out running around again. Like I mentioned in the other video, he first part of that little segment from last night, he came out immediately, looked around and everything, and he just looked at me. He was happy to be free, but he just said Holocaust, and then he took off to go to work. Angels have never had lives, but Archangel Michael, like any other that's been made just to protect, they understand. When you protect something, you develop more compassion and heart energy and understanding than you would have without it. And that's why if there's one angel that's more alive and awake and aware than anyone else from the original bunch, yeah, I'll tell you, it is Archangel Michael. He's my brother. We're all family. But he looked at me, he was a little surprised. It's like, you know, you changed a little bit since you took care of me. So, for those of you that know me, you understand what I'm saying. For those of you that are waking up, there's something for you to think about, something for you to look at and think about, and don't worry about it. It's important it happens. It's important that it happened. That's all. For those of you that are just waking up thinking that's impossible, but yet something inside says there's something about this that's true, but that's crazy. Maybe that's a door cracking open where you can start becoming yourself, because that's the whole reason I was here, other than killing the stuff on the other side. But as far as my relationship with the all talking videos, giving the information, that was very, very important. I had to come here and kill the stuff on the other side to handle it, kill it, whatever. I had to write those books so you'd have the information of how everything actually happened. And 3 is to crank you up. So writing the books is part of the giving you information, the video stuff and everything else. And for those of you that want to run around screaming I'm arrogant and crazy and all this other stuff, you can use that, you know, food for thought, whatever. That's fine. It just makes you look stupid throughout time when you post articles about it. Everyone else wakes up and people understand what you are, a self-serving moron. Anyway. Am I hard on people? Not too much, but sometimes. I'm never hard on anyone else like I'm hard on myself. I can never do enough of what I was made to do. Anyway, whatever. That's enough talking about me. I feel like I have to say stuff so you understand, so I've made a statement about it, and then I'm tired. I never wanted to mention anything about myself, but how the hell could I explain any of this without doing that? It's always been about everything else. My need to do that, and my heart energy, and my fortitude is what allowed me to develop into what I am. Inside Arae, the strongest thing that's ever been, that ever will be. And that's not a bad thing, because I don't want anything for myself. If my last 2 lives haven't proven that to you, then man, you need to open your fracking eyes and get your head out of your ass. This life and Gandhi, the body I was in my last life. Gandhi G. I went from making my own shawl to wearing overalls. My last life was to tell you that you can take your damn religious books and set them down. Don't worry about it. Stand up together, and not just stand up for yourselves and say no. Because I knew what I was going to do this life. This life, I was myself, but if I wasn't a warrior of this life, there's no such thing. Not happy about that at all. Anyway, whatever. I gotta go. Time to shower up, get something to eat, and build spheres. So, folks, love you. That's what just happened. All those videos where you saw me putting stuff in my head and everything, it's all out. Except for what needed to stay there. And if you got book, I think it was book number 2. I mentioned it in book number 1, Creation is Beginning Your Origin. But in book number 2, I think I talked about it more. Creation, its journey evolving into paradise. I talked about the smaller parts of Lydia and Armelius that were released, and they were the good ones were taken and pulled together and, you know, softly put to sleep and put away. They're still in there. So there's still stuff in there. There's caretakers in there for some of you that I know you want to know that. It's energy. It's dragon energy, and very strong, very powerful, very understanding. And there's a few of them inside there that just keep an eye on things, and that's the heart of what I am, my energy, my power. So anyway, whatever, that's it. Again, those of you that are waking up and changing and everything, don't think you're being attacked. You're being helped, worked on. What I put in my head was good stuff, although there's some of it, there'll be an issue with some of it getting pissed. They won't go to you, they'll go to me. But I needed to tell you about it. And all that stuff is loose now. It's free, released. It was protected from all the fighting for a reason. They were worth it. So I was made to do. Anyway, look, love you all, man. Have a good one.